What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Ben, your host. So today when it comes to tvOS 18, I actually have some good news as we have the next pointed update, and this time around it's a public release, which is not a beta, and you can go into your software update and you will see tvOS 18.4. I've been testing it for about a month and it doesn't have a lot of new features and changes, but it does have some minor changes which I would like to show you. This update introduces a slight change to the layout for trailers, teasers, and a collection of promotional videos now renamed as clips in the video carousel. Now this has actually been reverted to its previous default, but you can always find it by going to this section of your Apple TV. If I go into my settings right there and then go to where it says apps, now we have this option that says automatically download in-app content, which has been added. It's now a toggle that users can basically turn on and off. If I turn it off, that's how it looks. If I turn it on, that's how it looks. Now users can finally begin to utilize and use the storage that the Apple TV has by enabling this automatically download in-app content. When it comes to this version of tvOS, alongside its iOS 18.4, iPadOS 18.4, and the latest macOS version, I'll be happy to let you know that the AirPods Max users can create and mix in personalized special audio when using Logic Pro for Mac. And at the same time, just to keep you in the loop, you can see that Apple has recently upgraded the lossless audio and ultra low latency that's now supported on the AirPods Max. Now users can enjoy the highest quality audio across music, movies, and games, and basically enjoy content the way producers intended them to be enjoyed. The code of tvOS 18.4 actually has a new ChatKit framework listed. What this could perhaps mean is that there might be a home device that's coming pretty soon, but then we just have to wait and time will tell. This update of tvOS also makes another minor change to the featured top shelf preview of the Apple TV with the addition of information, add to watch list, and next navigation buttons, which you can see that have been slightly improved and changed. In the Apple TV app, when you are looking at Apple TV original shows, for example, you can see as we scroll through the different options that we have right there, when there's a new episode that's going to be available on Fridays, it's actually going to tell you that. And at the same time, you can see another one right there. And if there's a new one or it's a new show, it's going to tell you right at the top there. And if you scroll through the different options like side quest, you can see right there, it will indicate this from the top of the show that you are previewing. There's also a slight improvement when it comes to Meta compatible robot vacuum cleaners that can now be added to the Home app as well as used in different automation scenes. And one can simply just use Siri and say, hey, clean the living room or clean the kitchen, and you can use automations in the Shortcuts app to be able to do that. Within the Apple Shortcuts app, Apple has added more automations that can be set up for the Apple TV, and at the same time, when it comes to like fitness automations, Apple has added quite a number of more. And not only that, there's actually more that have to do with Apple's default applications, such as, you know, when you see the clock or when you're going into fitness, you'll be able to see a lot more. So if you have some that you want to set up for your Apple TV, then you have the ability to do that depending on the application that you are doing. And some have the ability to perform specific functions within those applications. Now, during the test phase of tvOS 18.4, users actually found that it includes reactions and notifications for tap back reactions added to iMessage. For example, like a person like or a person disliked, or maybe a person sent an emoji, which would not be compatible with Apple's current device that runs tvOS. Now, since both the Apple TV and the HomePod are built on tvOS, this could probably be hinting to an upcoming smart home hub with an interface such as a screen that users can react to and be able to send or receive certain messages. Now there's a new feature that pertains to background assets. If you don't know what background assets is, it's basically a system that allows apps to efficiently download and manage assets in the background, and it was introduced basically to just help optimize media and resource loading while ensuring a smooth user experience. So now that is supported on tvOS, starting with this update, tvOS 18.4 going forward. One of the main reasons why a lot of users like to update their Apple TV devices is because of Apple security releases. And so when it comes to this tvOS update, after you update, you might want to go into this publicly available page to see if there are any CVE entries or common vulnerabilities and exposure that this update patches. You can see with the previous tvOS 18.3, there was actually quite a number of resolved security concerns and CVE entries that were patched. And after you update to this tvOS 18.4, I would recommend you go through this publicly available site just to see what are the security releases for the update. Just to keep you in the loop, if you are waiting for the next tvOS update, the big one that's going to bring most of the new features and changes, that's going to be tvOS 19 alongside iOS 19, and that's going to be coming out on WWDC 2025, which is going to take place on June 9th. So that's when the first developer beta comes out. And if you are going to be excited and want to see what it has to offer, I'll be covering it here. So definitely do hit like and subscribe so that you stay up to date. Other than that, guys, that's about it for me when it comes to this tvOS update. Apple doesn't really tell us much of what's new, and during the beta release phases, Apple actually didn't release any notes that we can use, but that's all I could find with this update. We are waiting for a new Apple TV this year, according to different sources, which might have an improved Wi-Fi connectivity, maybe with a slight redesign, and is rumored to be releasing closer to end of this year. So if you are excited for that as well, I'll be covering it. And you know, with the tvOS 19, we can expect to see a couple new features such as screensavers, potential redesign, and uniformity to make it similar to what iOS 19 is being rumored to say, because iOS 19 at this point in time, a lot of users are saying that it's going to be like a complete redesign. So can we expect the same thing for the Apple TV? Well, stay tuned to find out. My name is Ben and I'm signing off.